Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Monday, August 29th, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so the balsamic phase here today, we are approaching a solar eclipse on Thursday, which means essentially the energies are dying down. We're finishing up a lot of the energies we've been working with the past lunar cycle. So in this case, roughly the past 28 days or a little less, 26, 27. So it's a good time to sit with things and sort of pause for a minute, right? And to do that inner reflection because new energies are coming in very soon. They're very transformational with the eclipse, have to do with our life path, but we have to create the space. And so now this early part of the week, it's about creating space. It's about having this awareness, perhaps this meditative approach to life in order for these older energies to naturally go, because there's naturally some old energies being released at the moment, and so it's important to allow that to happen. And the best way is through conscious awareness, through being present, and perhaps doing some of that inner reflection there. So with that lowering of energy, the moon is going to be in Cancer today, emphasizing the emotional side to life. So it does make it a very good day for perhaps connecting at home, maybe getting some of that private time, as it were, maybe spending some time with family, maybe connecting with your body through your health, and all in all, just connecting to your foundations and the nurturing, caring qualities of life as well. So with the moon here, she's in her natural sign. It can be comfortable in the emotional body, can be good for that personal life, and again, finding the middle path with those foundations there. All right. So that's going to be the backdrop. Now, speaking of this slowing down of energy, Mercury is actually going retrograde tomorrow. So this is slowing down with our minds. This is slowing down with our routines. So it's a good day with the balsamic phase and with Mercury here to quite literally pause and see where things are starting to shift, because with the eclipse, with Mercury going retrograde, things are changing. Things are going into a new direction very powerfully with that life path. And, this is the life path that's shifting for us to learn more about our self-expression, about what that inner spark is, and really how to, express ourselves in this lighter, playful, more free sort of way, which is about being who we are and expressing ourselves. So anyways, with Mercury going retrograde in Virgo, there's been a lot of emphasis on the details of matters. Right? This is Virgo, Jupiter here, Venus here, really emphasizing details, emphasizing our survival mind of taking care of things and organizing things in our life and improving ourselves. In fact, it's a very good way of working with Virgo is personal development, personal improvement. So we can learn a lot about this, and it's good to pause here, maybe ask ourselves some questions on how we can bring in this healthier personal development, healthier refinement in our life, organization. This is organizing ourselves, such as through our health, our diet, but also with our routines, our regimens, our work, really getting into the practical side of things. And Mercury is actually going to go over Venus before that retrograde tomorrow. He's going to go over Venus today in the early part, emphasizing that maybe we're learning about our values right now at the moment. Maybe we're learning about relationships. In fact, we can be perhaps quite mentally stimulated today in those relationships. Maybe quite communicative as well, sharing ideas, exchanging ideas, maybe enjoying a bit of reading, writing, communicating, and enjoying the routine perhaps. Maybe even some relationships coming through the routine as well. So there's a lot to learn right now. There's definitely that pausing of energy, and it's emphasizing today the values. So we can learn a lot about what we value, who we value, and relationships can certainly come into the daily mix here. All right, so that's the strongest energy is Mercury with his retrograde tomorrow and conjunction with Venus. Mars is squaring up to the North Node. So this one we don't feel personally, but as an undercurrent to our daily life, here today you might notice this. And this is that it's a good day to challenge ourselves to balance the masculine side of things, to have balanced action, to have balanced intention, to maybe will ourselves to take some motivation if it's on the lacking side of Mars, right? To will ourselves to take some action there, to motivate ourselves, to put things forward. Or if there's a lot of Mars, if it's the over extreme, if it feels like we're wanting things, the ego's very strong, we have that very strong independence, then it's good to bring awareness to that also to balance it out, because Mars will be squaring the North and the South node, suggesting the importance of that balance. And Mars is in Scorpio, so we're probably quite intent today on getting down to the bottom of things, figuring things out, really getting into the openness, the truth of the matter. So it's good to balance that as well with openness, with intimacy, with vulnerability, more of these healthier expressions of Scorpio. All right, but again, we're not going to be feeling this because the North Node isn't a planet, so this is more of just the life path changing, as it's very much about to with the solar eclipse, here suggesting having balance with that Mars energy. All right, but today certainly emphasizing Mercury, pausing, going station in the sky over Venus with this greater awareness of our values, maybe a bit of emphasis of relationships, enjoying things on that daily level, learning more about the importance of refinement, especially with Jupiter here. Our possibilities and future inspirations are requiring this refinement, requiring this personal development, and all of this Virgo energy. So pausing with that, but in the context of the fact that it's a very transformational week, very transformational month, which is all about new beginnings with our self-expression collectively, tapping into that inner spark, that inner playfulness of who we are on that inner level, which can, of course, be very freeing there. But this is around the corner right now. It's a good time to pause, sort of reflect, maybe get some of that alone time, and today connect to those emotional things in life. All right, so I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.